Speaker view, please. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to all the learners, audience, and IIU family across the world. I, Dr. Snigdha Kadam, the Chief Operating Officer and Director Academics Global of the International Internship University, welcome you all for the third day of the International Conference on All About Artificial Intelligence by the worldwide experts. International Internship University is a leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trusted worldwide and well reputed in delivering innovative programs. Globally, it is a trusted name for quality training programs and is committed to providing better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. IIU is providing access to more than 1,000 plus courses and internships to their e-learners across the globe with the help of its global experts. In a short span of time, IIU has opened and spread its wings in 195 countries and 6 continents under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit sir, a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades, providing education to the students from various social and cultural backgrounds. Piyush Pandit sir has publicized the World Education Policy, One Education, One Foundation, One World. The visionary founder of IIU has one dream. No child of this globe should be deprived of education. He is working towards it day and night. The sky is the limit for his dedication and hard work. Yes, IIU is the change. IIU brings the change. IIU is the revolution. Our today's topic for the conference, the third day of our conference, all about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a technology that mimics human intelligence, allowing computer applications to learn from experience via iterative processing and algorithmic training. AI, an incredibly powerful and extremely valuable technology, since it essentially allows computers to think and behave like humans, but at much faster speeds and with much more processing power than the human brain can produce. AI is the ability of a computer or a robot controlled by a computer to do tasks that are usually done by the humans because they require human intelligence and judgment. Artificial intelligence is the theory and development of computer programs that are able to do tasks and solve programs. Now, let's see how artificial intelligence is helpful in monitoring the earth from a resource person from Nigeria, Dr. Elibahati Kimaru. Dr. Kimaru has awarded an honorary doctorate in conservation of biodiversity and environment protection by International Internship University. He has been awarded Certificate of Municipal Solid Waste Management, awarded a winner visit to website Save Land and Earth Start Now, awarded a Certificate of Environment Impact Assessment. He is the winner of many national and international awards. So, herewith, with a round of applause, I would like to welcome Dr. Kimaro on this virtual platform to speak about artificial intelligence. Dear sir, the platform is all yours.
Namaste. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Dr. Elibahati Zablon Kimaro from Tanzania. It's not in Nigeria, Tanzania. Thank you. I'm happy to be with this platform this evening, according time of Tanzania. And we are here to talk about artificial intelligence. All we are listening me, all we are hear me because of artificial intelligence. is why we are here together. People here around the world, this is a simple message to all. Don't use all the brain to think about the artificial intelligence. We are here because of artificial intelligence. Allow me to share my screen, please. It's available. Artificial intelligence in monitoring the Earth. As you can see the picture, this picture is because of NASA. I am Dr. Elbert Zablob Kimaro from Tanzania. I have a Facebook page, Kilimanjaro Field and Class of Environmental Protection Initiative. This is the team today, according to the session. We can see the picture. This man is the father of artificial intelligence. Before to go to my section, I want to say something. We have 3 types of artificial intelligence. Artificial narrow intelligence, which has a narrow range ability such as imaging and etc. Artificial general intelligence, which is a par with human capabilities. Artificial super intelligence, which is more capable than a human. Let's go to the goal. The goal of artificial intelligence is to create expert system, the system which exhibits intelligence behavior, learning, demonstrative, explaining, advise, and its user. To implement human intelligence, machines create systems that understand thinking, learning, and behavior like humans. Artificial intelligence is changing the world. How? Make people live more efficient, powering more program and service that can help them to do everything activities such as connection with friends and use email program, ride share and service. The best example, artificial intelligence, is daily life traveling, navigation, smartphone device, smart home, drones, and smart cars. As you can see the picture, drone can be used to supply the medicine. This is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence in security system, power many program and make service that help different sector them and everything. Highlight the benefits of integrating security system different business areas such as banks, market, houses, traffic at the roads and the streets, etc. This is NASA picture that is monitoring the Earth. Artificial intelligence saves the planet. How? Detecting energy emission reductions, optimizing energy production, monitoring deforestation, predicting extreme weather conditions, clean ocean, and protecting inhabitants. You can see the picture here. This July, Europe country, they get a very big problem. But NASA, they see at the sky, This is the advantage of artificial intelligence. Why is artificial intelligence good for environment? The researcher found that artificial could positively enable 93% of environmental targets, including exploitation of smart and low carbon cities. Internet of Things device applies that can modulate the consumption of electricity, better integration of renewable energy through smart grid, etc. Also, it can be used in monitoring population. Artificial intelligence in helping in nature science has the potential to make previous unsolvable problem solvable in fields such as this is economies demanding for participation. Artificial intelligence has a positive in climate change in energy and can be used to optimize demand foresting of electricity and the related participation of source like solar, wind, etc. How artificial will affect future energy and the climate change? Artificial application could help design more energy efficiency building, improve power storage, of optimize renewable energy development by feeding solar and wind power in electricity grid as succeed. As you can see the picture, this is a building. This building have a many of glasses. These glasses, we can use a new technology by using solar glasses. When you use solar glasses in this building can operate without use another energy, such as wind or electricity. So people must think more about artificial intelligence in the glasses at the houses, in home, business area, whatever. When you use the glasses which have solar energy, you can reduce a lot of cost of electricity because this is direct resource. This, according to NASA, this is the area at Mexico. And they get picture from July 2013, 13. And this is now in Mexico. Because of climate change, no water according this area before the picture you can see. How can help wildlife? Artificial intelligence helping wildlife researcher and in studying wild animal species, collectivity, making strategy to protect them. Artificial intelligence track wildlife pattern and predicts animal species. It helps conservation to detect, stop wildlife poaching. Example, animals such as elephant, rhino, giraffe, lion. You can see the picture here. This is before artificial intelligence in many areas at national parks in the world or reserve area. This is harmful for elephants. People, they cutting and they take the horns. Also, in a lion, this is people can do it before artificial intelligence. But now, when we talk about artificial intelligence, the national park is safe by using artificial intelligence. You can see this is wildlife in Tanzania National Parks, and this is part of Serengeti National Parks, Tanzania. Artificial intelligence can help to reduce carbon emission. How? Optimize logistics, reduce material requirement, building things, or otherwise reduce carbon emission. Example is there. This is a picture shown very well reserved area. This area is around the KP. KP is Kilimanjaro Field and Class of Environmental Protection. We have a permit to plant a tree here to reduce the emission. How can it be used in agriculture? Artificial intelligence system can help to improve overall harvesting quality, accuracy, known as precision agriculture. Artificial intelligence technology helps to detecting diseases, plants, pests, and poor nutrition in the farm. Artificial intelligence sensor can detect and target weeds and then decide herbicide apply with the region. Example, detecting the pests and weeds, agriculture robots, precision farming, with helping predictive analysis, crop, soil monitoring system, etc. Artificial intelligence help human resource managers. Why? Pave the way a time provide productivity saving alongside enhance employee experience. This is a artificial intelligence money you can sign here. Even when you go outside, you can use it to sign there. So human resource manager can use this item to protect their work and the other labor in the office. This is Dr. Libati Zablon Kimaro from Kilimanjaro Field and Class of Environmental Protection Initiative. I can say thank you for listening. Thank you.
Wow, Dr. Kimaro, indeed it was a wonderful presentation on AI in monitoring the earth. Very well explained how AI is monitoring the earth. Sir, we really appreciate your love towards nature and your extraordinary work for biodiversity. Soon we will be visiting your place also to see your work. Now, there is so much we can talk about how artificial intelligence could revolutionize the world and change the future. Artificial intelligence solutions are already being applied virtually in every industry with excellent results. Artificial intelligence has proven to be incredibly effective. So today we have Dr. Anita Raju with us, head of a tech company, certified iron lady, life coach, EI coach, leadership coach, NLP practitioner, ambassador of World Peace, ambassador of Cali FAE USA, SDG promoter, member of Royal Council, youth influencer, and a humanitarian. So let's know more about the social impact of artificial intelligence from my dear friend, Dr. Anita. Anita, the stage is all yours. We are awaiting to hear you on this comprehensive topic. Thank you.
Thank you for this wonderful opportunity and your introduction. I'm honored to be here or in different time zones. So I am not going to get into what AI is because I think IU has been doing this beautiful job on day 3 already. People who are not aware of it also is aware of AI now. So let me go into the social impact. I'd like to share my presentation. So if you can enable share screening, it'll be good. You're able to view my screen?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. So today we're going to cover AI and its social impact. AI is demystified in this. What is AI? Artificial intelligence is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines. So this is the bookish definition that people give, but all of us are using artificial intelligence in many ways. So does artificial intelligence assist us or is it going to replace us? That is a big question when it comes to the social impact. it's very important for us to know, is it built to aid us, or is it built to replace us, to make us extinct? AI is definitely for good. AI is addressing socially relevant problems such as homelessness. Even Stanford researchers are using AI to analyze satellite images to identify which areas have the highest poverty levels. So they don't have to do the count and going around the world looking at these things. So AI is really helping them. In terms of aviation, gate allocation for plane while landing and ticket price determination based on demand, everything is being done by AI. On the education aspect, even robots are being appointed to teach subjects to children ranging from biology to computer science through such tools. Though it is not widely spread across as of now, it is gaining popularity as well. Artificial intelligence applications, if you take the self-flying helicopters, it is used for firefighting, and it can carry up to 6,000 pounds of cargo, and this helicopter can drop nearly 2,800 gallons of water on the fire. It is humanly impossible. So in such scenarios, AI is going to be the boon for us. Military technology, though aiming, defending, and moving are done simultaneously by our own people to protect our country. But AI is definitely helping us to be able to auto-detect enemy units and take action at once. Space exploration. Humans need, there are basic needs that humans have, whichever, part of the planet that they're going to be in the space that they are in, water, recycling, food, space radiation, and psychological issues. So many things are involved when we involve human in this aspect, whereas space exploration is beautifully done by AI using robots. Underwater mining, there are certain limitations that human beings have, which is it's not possible beyond certain depths human beings cannot venture, whereas AI is helping us to mine such depths that is not possible by human. Medical research, AI technology can perform delicate operations very, very precisely, and it can help the human beings to support. There is an interesting example of AI as well in terms of technology. So for stopping hijackers, okay, this machine combines functions of a drone, a helicopter, and a trained snipers, where this system is called Vigilante, which is acting like your vigilance department, okay, closely monitoring 24/7 without having put to sleep or rest, or the basic human things are not required. So let me talk about all the positive aspects. We looked at it. So nothing comes with all positive aspects. So there are definitely negative aspects to it. So let us even understand what that is. AI could create a lack of privacy. So as we are talking, some system that we have, be it on the phone or on the smartwatch that we're using, in different ways, we are being monitored even at this point of time. The data privacy and our own privacy goes for a toss. AI lacks transparency and is biased. So AI is fed with historical information. So it only takes information based on what is available. So the data is biased. There's no human intelligence that is available to look at the logical aspect of it. AI may hinder societal advancement. So the moment we depend on this and we ensure that the data is taken from the past, the newness gets killed. So the advancement itself, people start to depend on AI totally, and they stop thinking and they stop being creative. That is where it can hinder social advancement. AI can lead to unfair outcomes. So if it takes data based on the past, if you even take loans for that matter, there are certain races, there are certain groups, there are certain sections and segments of the society that will be unfairly affected by AI. AI can limit our willingness to make difficult choices. And AI's wrong predictions can lead to life-threatening events. Sometimes we depend on AI to drive our car and to detect certain aspects, okay, that could cause life or death situation to human beings. So that is a little bit of a risky equation when it comes to AI. AI threatens jobs and security. This is something that's being widely talked about everywhere. I will touch upon this a little later. Cyber criminals can take advantage of AI for social engineering scams. So pretty much we have been hearing about it, where close to 12.6% of the corporate organizations have been affected by cyber criminal acts in terms of hacking and other things. But apart from that, they're also monitoring, be it your digital payment aspects that have come in widely. So the criminal attacks have started to grow widely. AI could become too complex. So now AI doesn't have its own intelligence. You'll have to feed information. You'll have to feed patterns. So it becomes too complex. AI lacks emotional intelligence. So if you do not create the value or the ethics system to it because of lack of emotional intelligence, it could cause an amount of damage to the human beings or to the life of every living creature on Earth. Viewing AI as human will disrupt adoption. So if we leave completely for AI to identify what is happening in the market, what could go well, what should be our future, instead, if as human beings, if we take control and look at whether whatever is throwing as an analysis or as an outcome by AI, is it sensible or not? Should we use it or not? Is something that we need to look at. AI can prevent out of the box thinking. Our thinking gets disrupted by AI because we think that, oh, I have an assistant, which is something that I never had in the past. So I have an assistant today. So everything, my thinking is outsourced to AI. Absolutely, if we do this, it is going to affect us and our thinking process. So will intelligent machines replace us? Will unemployment happen to us in the near future? Will mankind become extinct because of AI? What is going to happen to us? The only thing we need to know is the goal of AI should be to save time, should be to help the human being, and it should be highly trained to support us, and it should not be created with the target of all-knowing being. So we are not creating anything superhuman here to ensure that we are extinct. Made with algorithms, we should just know that AI is not a separate being created by a super form. It is made just with algorithms, knowledgeable only about what is being taught, and control only what we give them control of, aware of nuances and can continue to learn more. So cognitive computers can do very, very boring work that we don't want to do. We've been doing it for a long time, where we want to outsource such transactional boring things that can be taken over by AI, often make better, more consistent decisions that humans can actually do and be efficient and won't get tired. So we need to understand what AI can be used for. And don't fear AI, explore AI, because if we build systems that have ethical and moral foundation, that are transparent to users, that can teach mercy and justice of law, extend and advance healthcare, and increase safety in dangerous work, then AI is definitely going to be a boon to us. And I think more than the artificial intelligence, we should be worried about the human intelligence that is going to consider AI in different ways according to their personal interests. If the human intelligence can take control of AI and use it to the advantage of the humankind, it's definitely going to be a boon to us. Thank you so much. I hope I covered whatever I could get in a short span. Thank you.
Wonderful, mind-blowing, superb, Dr. Anita. You have truly enriched the gathering with your expertise. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, AI is an interdisciplinary science with multiple approaches, but advancements in machine learning and deep learning are creating a paradigm shift in every sector of the tech industry. Robots are aimed at manipulating the objects by perceiving, picking, moving, modifying the physical properties of object, destroying it, or to have an effect, thereby freeing manpower from doing repetitive functions without getting bored, distracted, or exhausted. Robotics is a branch of artificial intelligence, which is composed of electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and computer science for designing, construction, and application of robots. So let us know in detail about robotics from our expert resource person from India, Ms. Poonam Gothi ma'am. a seasoned educationist from past 20 years, currently working as a principal in Chitra Public School. She is an education ambassador of the International Internship University. She is serving honorary positions with many reputed national and international organizations. She has won plethora of awards for her great work in education. Poonam ma'am, the platform is all yours.
Good evening, ma'am. Greeting to everyone. Myself, Poonam Gothi. Today, I am very thankful to IIU giving me this chance. First, introduction. Introduction. Next slide, please. Introduction. What is robotics? What is history of robotics? The three laws of robotics. Why robotics? Types of robotics. Component of robotics. Advantage. Future. Prospect. Some reference. Introduction. With growing development in the field of mechanics and mathematics modeling, robotics has come a long way from an iron piece that could move only few inches. There are now machines capable of jumping from high-rise buildings, detecting landmine, performing operation and troubleshooting. What is robotics? The next slide. The word robotics is used to collectively define a field in engineering that covers the mimicking of various human characteristic sound concepts in many engineering disciplines is needed for working in this field. It finds its uses in all except of Earth. Next slide, please. History. The term robot got dominance way back in the 1950s when Carl Capek, in his play Rosumus Universal Robots, denote the birth of a apparatus that had intelligence similar to that of humans. Later on, Isaac Asimov introduced his laws of robots, and finally Eric Allenberg, who is considered as the father of robotics, introduced real-time robots of the world. Next slide, please, ma'am. The three laws of robotics. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey the orders given it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. Why robotics? A robot must protect its own existence long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. Efficiency, accuracy, affability, adaptability, speed. It can work has dangerous environment to perform repetitive tasks. Next slide, please, ma'am. Types of robots, sorry. Mobile robots, rolling robots, walking robots, sanitary robots, autonomous robots, remote control robots, pre-programmed robots, humanoid robots, teleoperate robots. Next slide, please. Mobile robots. Mobile robots are able to move. Usually they perform tasks such as search areas. A premium example is the Mars Explorer, specified designed to roam the Mars surface. Mobile robots are a great help to such collapse building for survives. Mobile robots are used for tasks where people cannot go either because it is too dangerous or because people cannot reach the area that needs to be searched. Next slide. Rolling robots. Rolling robots have wheels to move around. These are the type of motors that can quickly and easily search, move around. However, they are only useful in flat areas. Rocky trainers give them a hard time. Flat terrains are their territory. Walking robots. Robots on legs are usually bought in when the terrain is rocky and difficult to enter with wheels. Robots have a hard time shifting balance and keep them from tumbling. That's why most robots with have at least 4 of them. Usually they have 6 legs or more. Even when they lift one or more legs, they still their balance. Development of legged robots is often modeled after insect of crawfish. Next, ma'am. Sanitary robots. Robots are not only used to areas or imitate a human being. Most robots perform repeating tasks without ever moving an inch. Most robots are working in industry settings, especially dull and repeating tasks are suitable for robots. A robot never grows tired. It will perform its duty day and night without ever complaining. In case the tasks at hand are done, the robots will be reprogrammed too. Autonomous robots are self-supporting, or in other words, self-contained in a way they rely on their own brains. Next, ma'am. Remote control robots are robots that is teleoperated by any transmitting device, which in most cases is a remote. These robots are referred as remote controlled robot. There is a direct interaction between the human and the robot here, and mostly humans have the complete control over the robot action. Pre-programmed robots are used for simple and repetitive tasks like welding, assembling parts, or just picking components and moving them to other destinations. Pre-programmed robots are mainly employed to perform tasks faster, effectively, and accurately than humans. These pre-programmed robots can work extensively without any issues. Humanoid robots. You might have seen humanoid robots in movies like Interion and I. Robot that looks the same as humans and behave like humans. They are called humanoid robots. They can do everything just like humans. For instance, they can speak, run, walk, jump, and think independently. Hence, Roberts, Sophia, or Boston Dynamics Atlas are two dominant humanoid robots ever made. Teleoperate robots. Next, ma'am. Teleoperated robots are type of robot controlled by humans with a remote or a controller. The instructions are sent to the robot in real time, and these robots are capable of following the instruction. Teleoperated robots can work in extreme geographical conditions, weather, and circumstances. Application of robots and robots. One of the advantages of robots is they can work continuously without making any errors. Moreover, they can work in challenging environmental conditions like space, underwater, high temperature zone, radioactive zone, etc. Also, robots are used in the inspection of radioactive materials, bomb dedication, and deactivate where human cannot survive. Components of robots: structure, power source, actuations, sensing, manipulation, locomotion. Structure. The structure of a robot is usually mostly mechanical and can be called a kinematic chain. The chain is formed a link its bones actual in muscles and joints which can allow one or more degrees of freedom. Power sources. Suitable power supply is needed to run the motors and associated circuitry. Typical power requirement ranges from 3 volt to 24 volt DC. 220 volt AC supply must be modified to suit the needs of our machine. Batteries can also be used to run robots. Robots are driven by different motors: DC motor, stepper motors, or servo motors. Actuation. Actuation are the muscles of a robot, the part which convert stored energy into movement. The most popular Actuators are electric motors. Manipulation. Robots which must work in the real world required some way to manipulate objects, pick up, modify, destroy, or otherwise have an effect. Thus, the hands of a robot are often referred to as end effort, while the arms is referred to as a manipulator. Some manipulators are mechanical, vacuum, or general purpose. Next, ma'am. It is concerned with the motion of the robot. Robot contain different types of drives. Different drives, car drive types, strip drives, synchronous drive, pilot drives, articulated drive, turret drive. Next, ma'am. Advances. Revolution in medical science and healthcare system, new and wide scope in education and training, a good help in nuclear industry, used industry in sport activities, play the role of an efficient assistance in research and development science, can very well handle household business. Future prospects. Scientists say that it is possible that a robot brain will exist by 2025. Bernard Wing has suggested that a moment may come when computer and robots are smarter than humans. In 2009, some robots acquired various forms of semi-autonomy, including being able to find power sources on their own. The Association for the Advancement of Artificial Intelligence has research on this problem. Thank you, ma'am.
Poonam ma'am, indeed it was a wonderful presentation. You have touched you have touched all the aspects of the robotics. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, robotics labs is run in my institute also.
Wow, that's wonderful, ma'am. So we should visit your school once to see the robotics lab. A very great initiative by your school, ma'am.
Yes,
great, great.
Yes.
Now, deep learning. Thank you. Deep learning is a type of machine learning and artificial intelligence that imitates the way humans gain certain types of knowledge. Deep learning is an important element of data science, which includes statistics and predictive modeling. Deep learning is a part of broader family of machine learning methods based on artificial neuron networks with representation learning. We will get to know in detail about deep learning from expert resource person from Nigeria, Mr. Ediogun Kayado, an international keynote and motivational speaker, multi-award winner, certified content marketing strategist, communications and leadership coach, and certified public speaker. He is widely regarded as the go-to source on leadership, entrepreneurship, and management. Dear sir, kindly guide us about deep learning. The stage is all yours.
All right, everyone. Good afternoon from here in Nigeria. It is a pleasure to be in your midst. I want to thank the speakers before me and all the moderators for a fine work they have done so far. I've listened to the two speakers. They have really done a very good job. So I will be discussing the topic deep learning.
Sorry to disturb you, sir. Sorry to disturb you, sir. Can you have a full screen view of your presentation?
I've done that. Can you see it? Hello, can you see my presentation?
We can see your presentation. If you will click to the right hand side bottom, there is a full screen view so that your presentation will be more visible.
Okay.
Right hand side bottom, you will see full screen view. That's okay, sir. You can continue.
Oh, I can go ahead. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I want to...
Your PPT cannot be seen. We could see the screen of your desktop.
Okay. Sorry, can you see my screen now?
No, sir. You can stop sharing and again you can reshare it, sir.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. I want to appreciate
Sir,
you
sorry, we
for
cannot
the
see your
opportunity.
presentation. We cannot see your screen. Please stop sharing and you can start resharing it.
Okay. Okay, all right. Can I go ahead with my presentation?
Yes, yes, please. We are very much excited, sir, to listen to you from last 2 days.
Okay, all right. Thank you once again very much for this opportunity given to me to be here. I want to appreciate the organizers of this year's Artificial Intelligence Conference. And for the past 2 days, we've listened to different speakers from different parts of the world on the relevance of deep learning and also the importance of artificial intelligence. So I will be looking at deep learning and the relevance of deep learning to businesses and also to careers. Deep learning, simply put,
Sir, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we could see the desktop of your laptop. Either you stop sharing or you share the PPT with us. It's a humble request.
Sorry, can you see my screen now?
Yeah, it's perfect. Please go ahead. It's perfect. Please go ahead.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. All right, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so I want to look at what is deep learning. You may ask that what is deep learning? Simply put, deep learning is a machine learning technique that teaches computers to do what comes naturally to humans. So what that simply means is that deep learning help machine to represent humans in carrying out some certain responsibility or carrying out some task. Deep learning is a key technology behind driverless cars that you can see around you, enabling them to recognize a stop sign, for example, or to distinguish a pedestrian from a lamp stop. It is also the key control in consumer devices like your phones, your tablets, your TVs, your hands-free speakers. And another important thing about deep learning is that it is getting a lot of attention lately, and for good reason. The reason is very obvious. It makes work much more easier for humans. Much has been said about artificial intelligence, machine learning, and also deep learning. All right, so if you look at your screen by the right-hand side, you'll see an image. Deep learning algorithms attempt to draw similar conclusions as humans would by continually analyzing data with a given logical structure. And for this to be achieved, deep learning uses a multi-layered structure of algorithms that is called neural networks, as you can see at the right hand side of the screen. The design of the neural network is based on the structure of human brain. You know, just as we use our brain to identify patterns and classify different types of information, we can teach neural networks to perform the same task on data. So simply put, deep learning technology lies behind every product and services such as digital assistant, voice-enabled TV remote, and credit card fraud detection, as well as emerging technology such as self-driving cars. Now, what are the examples of how deep learning works? We have example of machine learning and artificial intelligence that have multiple applications in various fields. For example, it helps to improve how smoothly everything runs and offer additional insights that were difficult to obtain manually. Now, let's look at examples of deep learning and how it affects our daily life. Deep learning applications are used in industry from automated driving to medical devices. And for automated driving, the automotive researchers, they are using deep learning to automatically detect objects. For example, they use it to detect stop signs and traffic lights. In addition, deep learning is also used to detect pedestrians, which helps to decrease accidents. Another area where deep learning works is aerospace and defense. Deep learning is used to identify objects from satellites that locate areas of interest and also identify safe or unsafe zones for troops. And then in the medical field, deep learning also helps to detect some sicknesses, and these are also used through machines. Cancer researchers are using deep learning to automatically detect cancer cells. For example, teams at UCLA built an advanced microscope that yields a high dimension data use to train a deep learning application to accurately identify cancer cells. As you can see on the screen, you can see what deep learning can help to achieve at the medical research center. The machine learning in healthcare center field of application, for example, it can help to identify diseases, and it can also be used to diagnose. It can be used for medical imaging. It can be used for drug discovery and manufacturing, and it can also be used for personalized medical treatment. And then for smart health records, it can also be used for that purpose, and for diseases prevention, detection. Deep learning in the medical field can help to achieve that. Apart from that, another area where deep learning can be applicable is it helps to ease content writing. There are several platforms that are available that assist with content idealization, researching, outlining, and writing. And some of them, which I also use as a content marketing strategist, we have a Copysmith. Copysmith is an AI platform for creating market-related content. Then we have a blog Kickstarter. It is used for generating an entire blog post from the scratch. We have Content Rewriter. Content Rewriter helps to make content better paragraph by paragraph. Then if you want to detect a content that is being plagiarized, plagiarism checker is also another example of deep learning application that helps to detect detention or content rather that are plagiarized. Then, when you talk about communication with customers, humanized communication with personnel is another area where deep learning can be used. AI, for example, can help brands communicate more personally with their customer. Marketers can leverage the power of AI, for example, in order to create micro-segmented customer personnel and to communicate with each other according to their specific preferences via their preferred channel. All right. If you also look at another thing that deep learning can help to achieve, it can help to drive loyalty for your brand. If you look at the screen, there you can see why US consumers would buy from a brand they've never tried before. You can see that there's a huge untapped potential in the millions of brand mentions that hundreds of millions of people are exposed to every day. So AI can help to review 100% of brand mentions, categorizing them into intelligently addressable and prioritized buckets using sophisticated analytics and data tagging and also elevate online customer engagements. As you can see on the screen, AI can also be applicable in businesses. 300% increase investments in AI methodology, has helped to have 3 times investment in AI methodology, across businesses. Then AI has also helped 3 times 57% of business expect to help improve customer experience and support. And then 20% of major retailers will use AI to personalize the brand experience from awareness through purchase. 20% of all workers will use automated assistant technology to make decisions and get their work done. So you can see the benefit of deep learning, the benefits of artificial intelligence and also machine learning too. Then more importantly too, 80% of executives say that AI boosts productivity and increase new position. All right, now we go to another benefit that is as regard spend less time on strategies if deep learning is applied, especially in strategizing. Machine learning tools, for example, allow you to spend less time, developing a content strategy, but it also helps to measure performance, engagement rate on existing content. Marketers also benefit from using machine learning to measure pay-per-click ad campaigns, while simultaneously helping to drive lead generation by creating personalized content drips based on the web behavior. As you can see, AI can be applicable in healthcare, in automobile, in finance, in surveillance, in social media, in entertainment, in education, in space exploration, in gaming, when you want to play games, and in robotics too, in agriculture, in e-commerce. These are some ways that AI can be applicable. Now, the question is, does that mean that AI has taken up the function or replaced human totally? The answer is no. According to Sabine Hout, co-founder of RabHub.org, robots are not going to replace humans. They are going to make their jobs much more humane, much more easier. And then it makes work easier for everyone who uses artificial intelligence and also apply deep learning in their day-to-day activities. So I hope that these tips have helped you to have a better experience on artificial intelligence. I want to once again use this opportunity to appreciate International Internship University for the opportunity given to me to make this presentation. So in summary, we've been able to see what deep learning focuses on. Deep learning lies behind everyday products and services that we can see all around us. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for listening.
Thank you so much, sir. You have touched every aspect of deep learning. Thank you. Thank you once again. Man-made brain power, artificial intelligence, will soon be at the core of each major technological framework on the planet to manage and yet to your strategic information. Only a couple of uses are cyber and homeland security, anti-money laundering, payments, financial markets, biotech, healthcare, marketing, natural language processing, computer vision, electrical grids, nuclear power plants, air traffic control, and Internet of Things. While machine intelligence is sure to assume a key role in the making of cutting-edge frameworks in a wide assortment of industry areas, sooner rather than later. It is especially applicable in quickly developing business. Applications of AI and ML, that is artificial intelligence and machine learning, is what we all must know. Today, we have an expert from Philippines, Dr. Froilan Mobo, who will throw light on application of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Dr. Mobo, a seasoned educationist, the editor-in-chief of the International Journal of Multidisciplinary Applied Business and Education Research. As a researcher by heart, he is an external peer reviewer in various international research journals and has been invited as a keynote and resource speaker at various international and conferences abroad and at international universities around the globe. A multi-awarded international researcher and global leader. He is the ambassador at large, country ambassador, and director for the International Human Rights Movement Philippines under the umbrella of the United Nations. Dear sir, the floor is all yours.
Good evening. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir, you are very much audible.
Can I share my PowerPoint, ma'am? Share it.
Yeah, I will.
He needs to.
Professor
start
Adigon, can you
sharing.
please stop sharing your screen? Adigon, sir, can you please stop sharing your screen? You try, Dr. Mobo, if you can do it.
Yes, ma'am. Is it visible now?
Just a minute.
No.
Just a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. You can now.
Sure. Yeah. So is it visible na my PowerPoint?
Yes, sir. Please proceed.
Okay. So once again, good evening. So I'm Dr. Froilan Mobo. So my task for tonight is to discuss about the basic of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So as we all know, on the part of the artificial intelligence and machine learning, these are the parts of computer science that correlated or interconnected into one area. So although these are two related technologies, and sometimes people use them as part of synonyms that can put together. So in a broader perspective level, we can differentiate both AI and ML. But if you're going to combine those two areas, for example, me as a computer science scientist, I have experience in developing applications using, for example, in the part of on the part of the AI and ML, wherein you can write instructions using different programming languages, wherein you can combine and automate things that can be done. For example, when you write a framework for a particular CMS, you can combine the artificial intelligence technology and the machine learning in doing those things. That's why on the part of the AI and MI, there are many branches, as we call that. If you combine those things, for example, you can develop applications on the part of the pattern recognition. For example, in your mobile applications, you can develop or write applications using different programming languages. For example, in terms of speech recognitions, pattern recognitions, or you can simply do an automations. For example, just like what we're doing in the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy, we're doing an automations as part of the simulations on their area. And part of that, using the machine learning, wherein that is one of the branches of the high-level programming languages, wherein you can also intercept the neural networks, wherein you can connect them, and later you can produce a good algorithm, a good language, wherein it can solve different problems. For example, in terms of doing a high-level programming thing, that's why we have all examples of AI and ML in our daily lives. So as you all know, some of this, we are all aware of these applications, and we have encountered this because these are very common. For example, just like what I have highlighted on this area, we have used engines, text messages, and chat applications that never exist before. But because of the technology, for example, the AI and ML, for example, a basic application is the mobile applications, for example, in Android, can talk, can do a speech recognition, because those are applications which is developed under the AI and ML languages. And those things are developed in different programming languages. So part of those is artificial intelligence is a wide range that enables people to think, just like a computer scientist, on how to analyze, to think, and then to come up with a good result that can be insights to improve decision making. That's why other sectoral areas right now are incorporating these things as part of the new technologies, which is, I could say, we can apply this as part of the new normal amidst the pandemic, and this can transform our every walk of life. As we all know, government and other private sectors around right now are using AI and ML because, as you going to check, this can really create a cost and saving efficiency, where we, instead of hiring multiple servants or workers, you can just simply hire less than, let's say, two, or part of that can do all the functions, for example, in a production, and then part of that is use a technology or a framework that can automate everything. So from those workload that you are doing before, you can minimize and apply a technology using the embedded systems, the artificial intelligence or machine language as part of this, because there are a lots of actions from a human which can be done, which is a good candidate for the artificial intelligence and machine language, which are the processes that have a lot of repetitive actions, just like an algorithm, which is a blueprint or a architectural framework that can typically charge, okay, that we can do a lot of things. That's why in part of my presentation, I included different programming languages that can develop AI and machine language. For example, in my case, as a developer and as a researcher, commonly I use Java and C++ and Python to develop applications to maximize the functions of machine learning and artificial intelligence. For example, well, one of my studies is about the cloud-based application to monitor the performance of the cadets on the shipping part. So that applications can enable everything. It can automate. It can answers the term like Internet of Things, and then later, if it will be embedded, it can also incorporate, for example, the framework of augmented reality and virtual reality, which is really very part of the technology right now. So applied artificial intelligence, as you all know, there are different domains. For example, just like what other speakers mentioned a while ago, they already mentioned robotics and also IoT, the network systems. So if you're going to combine them as a whole in the applied artificial intelligence and machine language, you would be able to develop a good applications and systems where we, in this time of pandemic, we could be able to use that and maximize that as part of the new normal activity. And later, we would be able to recover from this pandemic situation that we have encountered. So also AI and ML in different sectoral areas, for example, can also be used, for example, in terms of agriculture. You can develop a robotic arm wherein it can do a crop yield prediction or forecast, or an applications or an intelligence systems wherein it can predict or do systems or other areas, for example, by crop or by doing a smart systems, just like right now in different perspective. Also, AI plays a vital role in the health sector area, which will be discussed later. And another area is the artificial intelligence and machine learning in the healthcare. So because today, the machine learning in AI is one of the popular thing which is being discussed in the healthcare industry. As we all know, most of the healthcare industry right now are adopting the smart hospital because you can automate things. There are technology terms right now like the Internet of Things, the Industry 4.0, which can be used and can be adopted by these sectors, especially in the healthcare sector, because of following certain government protocol. So it is one way on how we can recover, and that is can become part of the new normal by adapting the artificial intelligence and machine learning framework in different perspective. So another example is that AI or ML or a combine of those methods can power the system that can analyze, like experienced radiologist. It can determine a location, for example, like a cancer cell or a tumor, wherein it can identify spot on skins or different diseases, wherein ML and AI can power systems and can resolve this issue by automating the whole procedure, because when you combine those applications using those different programming languages which I mentioned a while ago, you could be able to develop a good platform, and reducing the cost of healthcare would be able to help us by using those automated applications that I have mentioned. And also, in different platforms, you can also use that for discovering, for example, a medicine for a particular outbreak. In another, for example, in the case of the maritime area, right now, the IMO or the International Maritime Organization, they're already in the plan of adopting AI, which is the maritime autonomous surface ships, which can be operated in full autonomy, which is just like what other speakers mentioned ago. This cannot hinder workforce, but this can help the operation in processes wherein this can really give an exact and accurate performance of the whole system in the maritime sector also. So the IM also already take the first steps to develop an autonomous ship. And one of my published study is I have developed a framework on the performance of the cadets on monitoring their performance on board ship using a CMS applications and integrating that with different platform. So those are one of the applications or purpose of why we use artificial intelligence in machine learning in our everyday life. So I think with that, that would be all for tonight. So thank you for inviting me. Thank you, IAU, especially to Dr. Nada and to other officers from the IAU. Thank you. And once again, good evening and mabuhay from the Republic of the Philippines.
Thank you so much, sir. Indeed, a great presentation. The way you have explained the application of AI and ML, really, it was amazing. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. And good evening.
Yeah. Now, artificial intelligence is an umbrella discipline that covers everything related to making machines smarter. Machine learning is commonly used along with AI, but it is a subset of AI. ML refers to an AI system that can self-learn based on algorithm. Systems that get smarter and smarter over time without human intervention is machine learning. Deep learning is a machine learning applied to a large data sets. Most AI works involves ML because intelligent behavior requires considerable knowledge. So let's know the difference between artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, and deep learning from our expert and experienced resource person from Croatia, my dear friend, Professor Dr. Nada Radkovic. She is an assistant professor on Faculty of Economics, Business, Tourism Split in Croatia, professor mentor in VET School in Croatia. She is IIU board member, country director Croatia, and president of Research Center IIU. She have done a diploma as a Master of Economics and Mechanical Engineer. She is an informatics STEM expert, information, system manager, designer of ERP Infosystems, deserves many honorary doctorates, Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert, Minecraft Global Mentor, author, and editorial board member of research journals, social activist on global and national level. As a multitasking global educator, she have won many awards, recognition, diplomas, certificates, medals for national and international achievements, and honorary work in many NGOs and organizations. Dear Professor Dr. Nada, the platform is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Dr. Snikta, for this evening, for this amazing 3 days. I'm here all 3 days listening all our amazing speakers, making a cross-section comparison between them. So they almost say everything. They almost say everything. From the first day, they were talking from our great speaker from Nigeria, Professor Simeon. He talks about the basics. Then we have deep learning. We have the explanation from the health side from our great Dr. Huma Shah, from our Dr. Paul from the deep learning. Then we have today robotics. Today we have I think that we go in depth details. Our dear Professor Dr. Adelgon goes today through the whole artificial intelligence. But when we are talking about artificial intelligence or any today intelligence program, we need to say that it is not nothing new. It dates from history, but it wasn't called artificial intelligence. All the techniques and tools were mentioned before 1950, and we can say much earlier. So yes, artificial intelligence is called the technology of the future, and we are witnessing every day in each our segment and each branch and each field, everything today, what we are doing when we are watching TV, when we are going to the doctor on the surgery, everywhere is included artificial intelligence. And for us educators, very important because many operations are more easier, especially for the children with special needs and for our gifted students, for giving us personalizing learning. Professor Poonam, could you mute yourself, please? So let's repeat. I can say that today this is repeating. What is artificial intelligence? We see here many circles. In the middle is artificial intelligence, and around we have machine learning, robotics, computer vision, deep learning, neural networks. Yes, it is a program for thinking, acting like we, but we can say artificial intelligence will never replace us because somebody needs to create all this what we are doing today. Some of the areas which we are talking about, we can say, I will start from International Internship University. 3 amazing days of the big conference about artificial intelligence. And yes, that is only one of courses of the International Internship University. Uh, have data science, have machine learning, have Python, have deep learning. We hear about the Python, we hear about deep learning, about the language processing and data science. Everything, all these courses you can make at IAU. So let's first go through the research trends. What it means. Professor Dr. Mobo before now was talking about his researches and what he's doing in this field. Yes, in each branch, in scientific, economic, social, political, we need to have a research and application of AI. And it is a crucial role because without data, we cannot do today nothing. And we are starting always from the research question, then is going design, after design is analysis and interpretation. Today, each speaker is interpreting his work. And if we don't have an interpretation of data, we will never know is there a significance, is there a difference, how each fact and figure to explain. So research has a crucial role for artificial intelligence and for all. You see here on this slide, we have the top 25 institutions for the tier of the research. First, we see that the Google is first on this. Then we have the Stanford University, Microsoft Research, University of Oxford. Here is very clear that the institutions are making research and also in the AI field. So here very soon will be an IAU. After that, we are coming to a model which we see that how many today researchers are writing about artificial intelligence, which country are on the first place. We see United States of America and China. But here, India is also between the first 12. India almost have 40 of the percent of the papers, and we can say that really a lot of people. And yesterday we have a great scientist from India, our Dr. Sowick. We see what he's doing in the field of the inventions, and that is very necessary today. If we talk about the reshapes, what is going for the field of the enterprises, we see on the first place, artificial intelligence is going at the office workers. Then a third place is the customer support. Business intelligence is on the fourth place. Medical research, journalists, advertising. Each one expertise needs this application and is using the artificial intelligence. What about the machine learning? We can say that our Arthur Samuel before said that machine learning is a subfield of artificial intelligence. Not only machine learning, all of this we are talking today is a subfield of artificial intelligence. All the data, all the algorithms, all the statistics, and all which we are taking, gaining, and modifying today is a process, and it is called an iterative process. What it means, iterative? It means that we have feeling, we have experiences, we are watching, thinking, and doing. And yes, learning from the data. Learning from the data. Without data, there is no learning. So act, learn, do, think, watch. All this is necessary for the machine learning. But we have a difference between traditional programming and machine learning. What is the difference? Again, we can see that the traditional programming is using data and has a finished program. Machine learning is using data and the data's outputs. Here, data, program, computer, output. Data, output, computer, program. This is the difference which we need to remember. A very known David Kolb's learning model from the machine learning said that we have an ideal model for the applications of the advanced machine learning, including AI. You see here what we have. Abstract conceptualization, that is the thinking. After that, we have think and do, that is called converging. After that is going doing, active experimentation. Then you need to feel and to do again, that is accommodating. Feeling, the feeling, we know what means the feeling for all of us, feeling, and that is a concrete experience. Then you need to feel and watch, that is a diverging, and we have watching, the reflective observation. And this is a circle for the learning model. And we can say, we always talk about higher order skills, lower thinking skills, and the adverbs. Each one needs to be applied in this model. If you don't feel and do, this process will not be continued. Then we talked already also about the algorithms. Algorithm, what is the algorithm? I can say algorithm of these 3 days is algorithm of grand success. Congratulations, Dr. Snikta Kadam, our project director. That are the characteristics of algorithm. We need inputs, we need outputs. They need to be well defined. Then language, what means language? What kind of a language? So what is here? We talk about the stress, we talk about the mental health. We have in the algorithms, we have already the fitness, and here is also very important to do this and take also care about the stress. What are the steps involved in the finding patterns? You see here that we have 6 steps. We have 6 steps. Without, we cannot do that. That was about machine learning. What is deep learning? Again, a subfield of machine learning. Yes, we are teaching, we are learning, and we are improving by the examples. Lot of examples, and that is a scientific way. Take, and Dr. Adelgon already explained the artificial neural network, and that is an outcome. How they look. Here is a typical neural network which has one hidden layer, but we can have a lot of layers. That is similar. I can say that we can mention a blockchain when we are making chain by chain. Now we are making here a neuron by neuron, and that are the inputs and outputs, and you see that we can have from 1 to 1,000 deep neural networks. This is a lot of text. I will not to say, but I will only here mention that this is very simple machine learning algorithm. We really are changing the world through the data. using artificial intelligence and using machine learning, using deep learning. But we are now coming to the data economy. Again, data which they are referring to. This is for the few years for the social medias, and we see that it is growing 44 times in 11 years. And now data science. What is data science? I will mention these numbers. 80% of the accounts of unstructured data. First, I need to say that we have structured and unstructured data. And this approach, scientific, systematic approach, always need to define the knowledge. It means the knowledge, the extract knowledge, and the insights. And 80% of the accounts of unstructured are proceed about 45% of exabytes. And when we talk about the structured data, it is 25 per year. Here, this is a very important data science in the multidisciplinary, it is a multidisciplinary science, we can say. You see, a data science, for the difference from the other three, from the AI, from the machine learning, from the deep learning, at data science, we need to have statistics, mathematics, visualizations. Without that, there is not deep learning. What it means statistics, because we know that how we have a descriptive statistics and inferential statistics, and how can we learn and how can we make research without this, and how will the data science exist without data mining, without databases, without the visualization? And here again, a circle. You see, we have problem solving, business analysis, strategies, knowledge, communications. And in the middle have, you see, machine learning. Machine learning is here and data science is in the middle. I already said what are the structured and unstructured. So let's see what is the difference between ML, machine learning, and data science. The main difference is that machine learning is a field that has already and needs to have new methods for the building and for understanding. Machine learning is only a branch of artificial intelligence. What is the difference between artificial intelligence and machine learning? We know that AI is working like a human, has intelligence, solving a lot of problems, solving a lot of tasks, and is learning from the data, and very necessary, can make predictions. We can make predictions and what can be happen, what will happen, like example 2030, 2025, for 5 years. But again, when we want, we need to use statistics, and machine learning is AI, but AI is not machine learning. This is not necessary. The differences between artificial intelligence and data science. We see how the data science is working and what data science needs. So that are always analyzes, predictions, and visualizations. We can use it for the predictions. And as the scientists call that, data science is really an umbrella of all the techniques you use. And we already mentioned that is statistics, design, and we need a development method. So research, design, and development. This is not important. Let's see the point of machine learning. I go a little faster because today already many speakers mentioned this here, but I'm trying to find what they didn't mention. So data learning is evaluation and a subset of artificial intelligence. Data science again, this is the point of reference, so I'm repeating. We need to make decisions, we need to make future extractions, we need to do modeling, how to make the modeling of data. We have mentioned these days a lot of programs for this, for the modeling. Yesterday we see from Dr. Sovik a great process from the for the modeling. Here I want to mention this again because this is very necessary. What data science covers? So data integration, all the architectures, all what we are building, all the machine learning, all the visualizations, all data engineering. This is a technical part. This is the from the engineering. And if you want to make today many grants, many inventions, data science is really a lot of use for the inventions and innovations, especially if we are talking about the production, automatization, and that is for making the decision. This is a little history, so I will mention here. This is not mine. I took it from the source data science, some differences between. So let's see, what was 1950? 1950, we have programs, first network neural, we have, pardon, we have the algorithms. Then at 1980s, the machine learning is coming. 2010, we have deep learning. You see, almost 30 years, 50, 80, 2010. So we see how is a long period to make something new. New, and we can say to be licensed, and really hard work. Here also, this is very important. Let's see this linkage between data science, machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence. This is a process. Again, we need an input, we need an output. The process here again, each one is important. So data science is important for storing, cleaning, disturbing. Machine learning is also, they have some same functionalities. You see, they say cleansing, and here is munging, there is preparing. So after that, we get a model of this this process. We can say that we always are waiting a result from this process or any process. This is a summary. Summary will go on this way. The ability to take data, to be able to understand is to process it, to extract value from it, to visualize it, to communicate it. That's going to be a hugely important skill in the next decades. So now you know to tell these technologies apart. So after these 3 days, you really need to know the technologies apart and understand how all of this is working together. So dear participants on the Facebook who are watching, who are listening, who was with us these 3 days, please, if you can write and give your answer on the questions. What are your thoughts on what this could mean for your job and for whole entire human race? Which is the impact of artificial intelligence and machine learning, deep learning, data science? Please, if you can, 1 word, 2 word, It will be great little interactivity with you because I know that almost of you there were all these 3 days with us on this great first international conference all about IIU. AI, ML, DL are not a part of subset of data science. That is one conclusion. If you want to know more about artificial intelligence, be free. You are already here at IIU. IIU is a great place to grow. IIU has more than 1,000+ courses. Between that courses, we have artificial intelligence courses. So if you want a diploma, a certificate, or in examination, in the introduction, or in each one, not so today, this our topic is artificial intelligence, but blockchain, each one, and what in which every field in which you are interested, you can get here in International Internship University. So IIU is improving lives through learning, and our sir Piyush Pandit is here, and he is saying that IIU is a unique hub of knowledge and education, opens the gateway to success, opportunities, and advancement. And here, IIU is proving that every day. This was my sources. Thank you. Thank you very much for the attention.
Superb. Nada, it was mind-blowing presentation, explanation. I think you have covered all the 3 days, whatever each one of the speaker have spoken. You spoke about IIU as well, about Sir as well. Thank you so much, dear friend.
Thank you.
As Nada said, International Internship University is the unique hub of knowledge and education. You can avail various diploma and certificate courses in artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, data science, robotics, and there are 1,000+ courses. So please do contact us for the same. It was indeed a pleasure to have a great international conference to know more about artificial intelligence for 3 days. My heartfelt gratitude to all the expert global speakers of all the 3 days for enriching the learners across the globe with their knowledge and expertise. Piyush Pandit sir, our founder, you are always a source of inspiration to each one of us. Thank you for your unconditional support and guidance. Gratitude for giving us the opportunity to have this international conference on AI. Last but not the least, our moderators of the 2 days, Dr. Supriya, Head of the Department, Training, Learning and Development Department of IIU, and Professor Dr. Nada Ratkove, IIU Croatia Country Director and President IIU Research Center. You both were excellent. Thank you for having a flawless, perfect, and crisp sessions. Thank you, dear Ermina, for being with us and for all the kind of IT support without any technical glitches. Kindly accept our heartfelt gratitude. Thank you all for the memorable 3 days full of knowledge, learning, and expertise. Stay tuned. Till then, goodbye. Stay safe. Bye-bye.